How to spend money wisely. You may not like the state of your wallet when it's empty, whether you have little or a lot of money. Spending wisely is always a good idea. It allows you to get the most out of every penny you have. Here are some suggestions for reducing spending in key areas and adopting a safer approach to shopping. 1. Spending basics. Create a budget. Track your spending and income to get an accurate picture of your financial situation. Save receipts or record your purchases in a notebook as you make them. Review your bills monthly and add those expenditures to your budget. Organize your purchases by categories: food, clothing, entertainment, etc. Those categories with the highest monthly amounts, or monthly amounts you consider surprisingly high, can be good targets for saving money. After you've been tracking your shopping for a while, set up a monthly, or weekly, limit for each category. Make sure that your total budget is less than your income for that period, with enough money left over to save if possible. Plan your shopping in advance. Making a sudden decision can increase your spending. Jot down what you need to buy when you are calm and at home. Make a preliminary visit before you go on the actual shopping trip. Note the prices of several selections at one or more stores. Go back home without buying anything and decide which products to buy on your second real expedition. The more focused you are and the less time you spend in the store, the less you'll spend. If you're motivated to treat every purchase as an important decision, you'll make better decisions. Don't take advice from store employees. If you need to answer a question, politely listen to their feedback but ignore any advice about shopping decisions. If they don't leave you alone, leave the store and come back later to make your decision. Don't be fooled by marketing. External influence is a huge factor that influences what we spend our money on. Be cautious and try to be aware of all the reasons you are attracted to a product. Don't buy something just because it's on sale. Coupons and sales are great for products you already plan to buy. Buying something you don't need just because it's 50% off doesn't save money. Be aware of pricing tricks. Translates that $1.99 price to $2. Judging the price of an item based on its own merits, not because it's a better deal than another option by the same company. By making the worst deal worse, someone can trick you into paying more for add-ons you don't need. Don't automatically buy products with average prices in a category. Marketers know that if they want you to buy a high-priced product instead of a low-priced product, they can influence your decision by adding an extremely expensive product to make the high-priced product average and look reasonable in comparison. Avoid inspired shopping. If planning your shopping ahead is a good idea, shopping suddenly without a plan is a bad idea. Follow these suggestions to avoid making shopping decisions for the wrong reasons. Don't browse store windows or shop for fun. If you only buy something because you find the act of shopping exciting, you may end up spending too much on things you don't need. Don't make purchasing decisions when your judgment is impaired. Alcohol, other drugs, or lack of sleep can harm your ability to make rational decisions. Even shopping while hungry or listening to loud music can be a bad idea if you don't stick to your shopping list. Shop alone. Kids, friends who love to shop, or even just a friend whose interests you respect can influence you to spend extra money. Don't take advice from store employees. If you need to answer a question, politely listen to their feedback but ignore any advice about shopping decisions. If they don't leave you alone, leave the store and come back later to make your decision. Pay in full and in cash. Using credit and debit cards can cause you to spend more money because there is more money available to spend than you actually do, and because card payments don't feel as real as when you pay cash. Similarly, accumulating a payoff amount of debt or using installment plans can make it hard to realize how much money you're actually spending. Don't carry more cash than you need. If you don't have money, you won't be able to spend it. Similarly, withdraw your weekly budget amount from an ATM once a week instead of topping up your wallet every time you run out of money. Don't let marketing fool you. There are many external factors that greatly influence your spending decisions. Be alert and try to be aware of all the reasons why you decide to buy a product. Don't buy products based solely on ads. Whether on television or on product packaging, watch ads with skepticism. They are designed to stimulate you to spend money and do not provide an accurate picture of your options. Don't buy a product just because it's discounted. Good coupons and promotions for products you have planned to buy in advance. Buying a product you don't need just because it's 50% off doesn't save money. Beware of price tricks. Change the price $1.99 to $2. Judging a product's price is based on its true value, not because it is a better priced product than another option of the same company. By making inferior priced products too bad, some people may trick you into paying more for extras you don't need. Marketers know that if they want you to buy a more expensive product instead of a cheaper product, they can influence your decision by adding in an extremely expensive product to make the high-priced product average in terms of price and look more reasonable. Wait for sales and promotions. If you know you'll need a specific product but don't need it right away, wait until it's on sale or find a coupon for it. Only use coupons or take advantage of promotions on products you really need or decided to buy before the sale. The allure of cheap prices is an easy way to get customers to buy a product they don't need. Buy products that are only useful at specific times of the year when they are out of season. For example, buying a winter jacket should be cheaper in summer weather. Let's find out. Before buying expensive products, look for information online or read consumer reports to know how to choose the best value product for the least amount of money. Look for the product within your budget that lasts the longest and best serves your needs. Take into account all costs. Sometimes, you will have to pay more than the list price for many expensive products. Read all terms carefully and calculate the total amount before making a decision. Don't be fooled by lower monthly amounts. Let's calculate the total amount you will have to pay, monthly amount X number of months until full payment, to find out what the cheapest option is. If you borrow money, calculate the total amount of interest paid. Reward yourself with little things sometimes, things that don't cost a lot of money. While it may seem contradictory, is it buying things you don't need? The reality is that it's easy to maintain a goal of saving money if you reward yourself with the little things sometimes. Try to stop unnecessary shopping for a while, and if not, you may end up stabbing and spending more money than necessary. Set aside a limited amount of money in your budget to reward yourself with these. The goal is to give yourself a small reward to maintain optimism and prevent big squandering later on. If your usual ways to reward yourself are expensive, look for cheaper alternatives. Take a bubble bath at home instead of going to the spa, or borrow a movie from the library instead of going to the cinema. 2. Spend on clothing. Buy only the things you really need. Take a look at your closet and see what you've got. Sell or give away anything you don't wear or don't fit so you have a better view of your situation. Cleaning the closet is not a reason to shop instead. The goal is to find out what kind of clothing you already have enough of and which ones you really need to add. Learn when to put more money into quality. Sometimes, spending more money to buy better products is a smart decision. For example, it is not recommended to buy the most expensive pair of socks, as socks usually wear out quickly. However, for products like shoes, spending more money to buy a high-quality and durable pair can save you money in the long run. Keep in mind that price doesn't always reflect quality. This means that expensive products aren't always the best. Instead, learn about brands known for their durability and long product life, rather than assuming that the most expensive product is the best. Similarly, when possible, wait for the product you need to buy to be discounted. When you need to buy something, if you have the opportunity, wait until it is discounted. Remember that buying things you don't need just because they're on sale isn't always a good decision. Shop at the thrift store. Some second-hand stores have products of unexpected quality. At the very least, you should be able to buy basic products for only a fraction of the price of new ones. Often second-hand stores in affluent areas will receive higher quality donations. If you can't find products at a second-hand store, buy cheap and popular brands. A designer's logo doesn't mean high quality. 3. Spend on food and beverages. Compile a weekly menu and shopping list. Once you've got a spare amount of money for food, write down in advance the specific meals you'll eat and the things you need to buy at the grocery store to prepare them. Not only does this prevent you from shopping for inspiration at the grocery store, but it also prevents you from wasting money due to food loss, an important expenditure for many people. If you find yourself throwing away food, reduce the size of the meals you've planned in advance. Learn how to save money on food purchases. There are many ways to save money when shopping for food, from buying food in bulk to knowing the time of day when different products are cheaper. Minimize eating out of restaurants. Eating out on the street is a lot more expensive than preparing your own food, and shouldn't be done when you're trying to save money. If you usually have 2 drinks when you go out, have one at home. When you notice you're spending a lot of money on dates or outings, limit yourself or cut back on other expenses, like cable TV. Prepare your own lunch at home and take it with you to work or school. Get water from the tap at home instead of buying expensive bottled water. Similarly, if you regularly drink coffee, buy a cheap kettle of coffee and save money by preparing it yourself at home. 4. Save money wisely. Save money. Smart spending decision-making often goes hand in hand with saving. Plan your budget so that you can put a fixed amount of money each month into a savings or investment account that reliably accrues interest. The higher your savings each month, the better your overall financial situation. This is the goal of spending money wisely, right? Here are some ideas to save money you can consider. 1. Set up an emergency fund. Create a contingency fund to be ready to face emergencies or unexpected expenses. 2. Start a Roth IRA or 401k. These are investment accounts with favorable accrued returns for the future. 3. Avoid unnecessary fees. Be aware of and avoid bank or service charges that you could avoid. 4. Weekly meal planning. Review and plan weekly meals in advance, helping you save money and avoid food waste. The goal of this section is to help you save money wisely and manage your overall finances by putting money aside for future use. Get rid of expensive habits. Compulsive habits like smoking, drinking, or gambling can easily cost you any amount of money you save. Removing them from your life not only does good for your wallet, but it also does good for your health. Smoking is an expensive and harmful habit to health. Stopping smoking not only saves you money on a daily basis, but it also does good for your lungs and overall health. Heavy drinking, severe drinking can cause many health and financial problems. Reducing the way alcohol is consumed can save you money and is good for your liver and brain. Gambling can be a particularly expensive temptation. Withdrawing from gambling habits can help you save large amounts of money and avoid unnecessary debt. The goal of this section is to encourage you to get rid of these expensive habits, which will help improve your financial situation and health. Don't buy things you don't need. If you're not sure about a particular purchase, ask yourself the following questions. If you don't answer yes to all of them, it's a strong sign that you shouldn't spend money. How often do I use this item? Make sure you use up all the milk before it spoils, or you have enough summertime left to wear that dress more than once or twice. Am I missing something that can serve the same purpose? Be careful of specialized products whose use can be replaced with basic items you already have. You probably don't need super professional kitchen equipment or separate workout suits when sportswear and t-shirts work just as well. Can this item change my life for the better? This is a tough question, but purchases that encourage bad habits or cause you to overlook important parts of your life should be avoided. Will I remember this item if I don't buy it? Will this item make me happy? Bury your unnecessary hobbies. If you have a fitness card but don't use it, then don't renew it. If you go from being an avid collector to a warm owner, sell it. Devote your finances and energy to areas that you are truly passionate about. Hint: when comparing 2 cars, calculate how much more you will spend on gas if you buy an inefficient model, lower MPG. Limit the purchase of clothes for dry cleaning only. Check labels before buying any type of clothing. You don't want to have to spend money constantly on dry cleaning. Managing a budget will be easier if the whole household commits. Regular price hunting for utilities and insurance. Many services, telephone, internet, cable or satellite, insurance, etc., offer better incentives to new customers to attract new business. If you're constantly switching between companies, you can always maintain a cheaper pricing plan. Some phone companies will pay a previous cancellation fee if you move to them. Set goals. To have around $100 at the end of the month would be a good place to start. Tell friends and family about that goal to make yourself more committed to saving. There are many websites for calculating the cost of owning a car annually. For the first 5 new years, search for cost of owning a car. They take into account gasoline, insurance, maintenance, repair, etc. Keep an eye on what and when to service and read the manufacturer's instructions for recommendations. This will save you thousands of dollars in the long term. Buy only what you need to live. If you want to buy something for yourself, take 1/8 of your salary and save the rest. The rest will be your savings. However, before taking this money, decide if you really want the item. If it's just a trend, consider waiting.